Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden, and I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. Today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Kaleida from Cyndi Knapp. Now, I think you're going to like this one. It starts off with, it starts off two ways, but we're going to do this with a giant orb. And I suppose, let's see, yeah, and I think I want to, well, let's just go here and we'll see how it goes. Ooh, okay. Oh, nice. If I do say so myself. All right. Then, once you have your orb, we're going to draw a straight line one way through. Okay, dividing it in half. Turn your paper, your tile, and we're going to divide it in half again the other way. And then we're going to subdivide both of those sections. Now, sometimes this is what I do, is I go head right for that intersection and then pause for a second because I want to subdivide these nicely, but I also want to hit that mark. Okay. Now, this is really, it's a nice tangle. It's a simple tangle, but at the same time, you can really work to take care in this next step, and it's fun to kind of get lost in the aura-ing. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm pick a piece of this pie to start with, and what we're going to do is we're going to aura these two lines. So I'm going to work in here. Wow. And if I slow down, take a deep breath, slow down. And I should say, while I'm doing, and we're just going to repeat the aura until we have no more room. Actually, I was going to say something, but I'll wait a second here. Let's get one done. And so just taking care and slowing down helps the aura to look nicely. I have also found that starting an aura like this, where I'm auraing basically a V, but it's two straight lines, but it's a V, right? And starting from that center and working outwards helps, versus going in from the other direction. Because then I would have the tendency to maybe overshoot or something. So that's why I found that to be helpful. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do every other piece. So leaving this one blank, we're going to move to the next one. And I want to say, so it's so funny. Those of you that know me know that I'm also a musician. And that this weekend, so at the time of this recording, just finished a couple performances. This is the first time that we've been able to perform in 16 months with my quintet. And it was, actually for me, it was rather, girls, if you're watching, I didn't let on. I know our first rehearsal, I got emotional inside. I was trying to keep it in so that way I could continue to play. You know, because at some point I thought we're never going to be able to play live music again. And so we did get to play live music. It was so exciting. It was very well received. And what's interesting, as I sat down, and I had this tangle planned before the trip. It's like, I knew we were coming home on Sunday and I could get this. And this was the tangle that I was going to do. And what's interesting is it just dawned on me that, so we'll like to name our performances, or, you know, this was our tour. Our tour is called Kaleidoscope 2021. And so, girls, this is for you, dedicated to Carol and Nancy and Lisa and Diane and Gwen, who subbed in for Diane at this performance. So this is for you guys. And we were supposed to tangle over the weekend, and we just got so busy catching up and talking and having other fun that we didn't. So I'm thinking that this will be one that we'll have to do. And so again, just taking care to make sure that the lines are straight. And let's say the slower you go, and the slower you go, the straighter the lines will be, hopefully. I know they usually, it's not always, are for me. The other thing is also not, you'll see mine are kind of tending to go like to this side, but it's okay. All in the end, it'll all be okay. I don't know, I'm just still kind of marveling at the coinky-dink of this. All right, so once you have this much done, all right, next step is we're going to do a different type of V in these alternating spaces. And it's going to be a wider V. So I'm going to start towards the center, and I'm going to try to have the, well, you know what? I could try like this. Ooh, I hadn't done that before. I was doing it in one step, like this, and just having my, the point was, I don't know, kind of wonky, but it was okay. And, either way, whatever works better for you, do it. It's all okay. And I of course, if this is the first time you're watching me, I like to share different ways of doing things because we all do work differently. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Maybe just for that first one. See, like this one was a little off-center. But so these ones are a little wider apart. And the angle is different. And as you can see already, it's starting to turn out to be a neat pattern. Now, you can do this in a square form. And I have I did one, so you have a sample here to share with you. And I'm going to put in the description section, you'll of course find my step outs, as well as you'll see another link for more inspiration. And I'm going to link to where this is on Tangle patterns, because the story behind the Tangle is kind of neat. And I like to share that if there's a story to be told. And then also some of Cyndi's artwork herself. And I just think that it's always neat to share that. All right, so there we have it. There we have it. And, it's like, you don't necessarily have to shade it if you didn't want to. And I was hesitating because I was thinking, I have it shaded one way on the sample, but I think I'm going to shade it a different way here. And I'm going to go on, let's see, I'm just going to go on these points. I'm going to be, all of a sudden I'm going, oh, well, that would be neat. And then I thought, well, that would be weird, too, at the same time. But I'm like, oh, well, why not? Let's just try it. So, we'll see what happens. Because if you were thinking the same thing, well, that might look neat, but I don't want to try it because, so I'll try it. I was thinking about doing on the edges, and that could look neat as well. But sometimes going on these points is kind of cool. And what I'm going to do is with my tortillon, let's see, I'm going to push out. I'm going to do this, pushing motion, so like this. And always, trying to not mash in the tip, because this one's mashed in a little bit. And I did kind of go a little bit dark on that, but oh well. Because I don't want it to spread out too far, because the idea of using the graphite, well, two reasons. I mean, if you wanted to have it all colored in gray, then of course you can. I didn't want that. What I wanted to have was, ooh, I'm looking in my camera. I wanted to just have a neat effect, because when you kind of shade on these tips like that, then it helps to create like a bendy effect. And I think it did, and it kind of made it dark in the center. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Yes, I am. You like how I talk to myself? Wait, I didn't finish. I was getting all excited. I have some of these that have kind of gone up a little bit. Okay. Oh, yes. So, here's something else I'm going to try. Oh, it's going to be, let me just, I'm going to do it with I'm going to go over this like this, and I'm going to make it like that's my palette. What does that look like? Maybe I need to do one more. It's tricky sometimes working on these small tiles. So this is a 2" by 2" bijou tile. I was also thinking I want to have it a little bit lighter on this side. But so I'm putting the graphite on this side, of this triangle, of that section, on both sides, because that's where it kind of goes in, or could almost look like it's going under. And I'm going back over these that I did to just grab some of the graphite, because I don't want to lay any more down, because it's going to make it thicker. Oh, see, that's kind of cool. All right. Super cool. All right. Well, that was fun. Oh, let me show you. So here, you could also do it in a square format. So that's what I did there. And you'll notice, like, just the angles are a little bit different, but the concept is the same. We're aura-ing, and then this one is just wider. And so however it ends up, it ends up. This one, I put a lot of graphite. I went real heavy in the center, and I went just over this first section here, just a smidge over. And what I did, that same pushing motion, I just pushed it out all the way to the edges. So on this one, I did essentially color it in, you know, solid with the graphite. But because I went really, really dark in the center here, that it made an automatic gradient. It's like I couldn't have done it better. If I tried using different shades of gray markers, then I'd probably have those little lines that drive me crazy. I like having a nice gradient. So, this was really cool. This was really cool, and has a dual, you know, extra cool piece with it. So I'm so excited about that. I love it when stuff like that happens, especially when you don't realize it till, you know, at some point in the process. So with that, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, would love to have a thumbs up on the video. And if you are not subscribed yet, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button, and then also hit the notification bell so you can tell YouTube how you want to be notified, if you want to be notified at all. Also, in the description section are ways to connect with me if you want to. I do both free and some paid classes. And actually, and if the shading fascinates you and you have a challenge with shading, take a look, because I have a class coming up in a couple weeks from the date of this. So if you're watching this way later, just check my website and see if I'm offering a shading class, because I do have one and that might develop into two shading classes that I offer. So anyway. But yeah, would love to have you join us, especially, you know, join us on a free one. See if you like it, and then you'll know if you want to, you know, pay for a class or whatever. It's whatever needs that you have for your best tangling. All right. So with that, again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I wish you happy tangling.